Hi guys, I'm just sitting here in my kitchen and I am gonna get ready to make some dandelion jelly, and I thought that maybe we could sit and talk for just a minute. I guess you can see my daffodils that I bought the other day at the grocery store. And my mom got me an Easter card, and I still have it up even though Easter's been a couple weeks ago. But I'm gonna make some dandelion jelly. And I certainly have an abundance of dandelions in my yard, and I don't use any chemicals to spray. So I thought while they were in season, I did some dyeing with dandelion. I did some experiments, and you can see they're hanging right over there drying. So I was practicing with that for a little bit and just kind of doing it half-heartedly at first, and then I went full guns with it. So I got out all of my natural dyeing books and thought, okay, if I'm gonna do this, I have to do it right. So today is April the 17th, 2021, and this is Meadowsweet Farm Fiber Arts Design Studio podcast, and my name's Bonnie, and I live on a farm, or as Susan says, a small holding of nature in southwestern Pennsylvania. And right now it got really warm here. Just talk a little bit about the weather. But as you can see, I am playing with my dandelions. But it got really, really warm for about almost 2 weeks. And then we have a cold spell. So it's been a little chilly. It's been down in the 30s. And I took all my plants outside. It hasn't gotten below 37 at night. So it's been okay. But anyway, I thought I would just experiment here a little bit and make some dandelion. I did try some dandelion tea, and that is really, really, really good. And it has kind of a little bit of a nutty flavor to it. And I've been drinking that, but it's really, really good for you. It's a great diuretic. It's high in vitamin A, B, C, and D, and it's an excellent way if you want to just kind of cleanse your system. It really works well with that. So I've been drinking a lot of tea, dandelion tea, and all you do is put the flowers in some hot water and let them steep, and you've got a nice, I guess kind of a nutty flavor. It's not real strong. And then I was experimenting with the wool, and I had some wool from Taos Valley Wool Mill, and I don't even know if they're in existence anymore. And it's a chunky wool, and I thought, well, I'm just gonna experiment. I'm just really crazy about yellow. I don't know why. I don't know if anybody else has that feeling in the spring, but I'm just really wanting some yellow is not my color, but I'm just really wanting some yellow. So I've been dyeing with dandelions to get, see what kind of shades of yellow that I can get. And the first time I did this, oh, excuse me, let that cool for a minute, it's kind of hot. Anyway, so the first time I experimented, I really didn't, I used alum as a mordant, but I wasn't paying attention to how much alum I should pre-mordant, and I just threw like everything is related to the dandelions, the stalks and the leaves and everything in the pot. And I didn't pay attention to weighing quantities or anything like that. And it just wasn't, of course, it wasn't taking the dye bath. It was just kind of turning from a nice creamy white to a beige almost. So let me pull this down so you can kind of see what I'm doing here. So that's not right. So anyway, I then decided, okay, I have to go to my dye books and look up the recipe. And I did that, and let me move this so you can at least look at flowers rather than that's Kitty's bowl. Anyway, I then did some pre-mordanting with the, sorry, my battery's very, very low. I did some pre-mordanting with the fibers, and I used the appropriate amount of alum that you're supposed to use, and I put a little bit of alum in the dye bath as well. And my second skein turned out a really pretty shade of yellow, and I'll share that. I'll insert some pictures. So that turned out really good, and I went down into my stash and found a skein of yarn that had it looked like some pink in it. So I thought, well, I'll just put this in the mordant bath and use up the rest, exhaust the rest of the dye. So that's what's in the pot right now. So Stephen is outside mowing. He did get most of the fields mowed and all around the house, and then the tractor, something happened to the tractor and it broke, so he had to go see if they had parts, and of course they never have parts when you need them. So, but most of it's done, so now he's doing some finishing mowing, and I had to run outside and get the rest of these dandelions because he was getting ready to mow where they all were. So I grabbed these. So I am almost finished here, but I did want to take a minute and show you, I finished up the Stillness Shawl, and I am so happy with that. I am just thrilled. It turned out so pretty. I really worked hard on that, and every time there's 2 lace panels in there, and every time I made a mistake, and it took me a while. Some of the things that I was doing wrong. First of all, I didn't have a long enough cable, and so I couldn't see my stitches very well because everything was all smushed. And then I can't remember what podcast I watched, but somebody mentioned putting stitch markers when you're doing lace, and putting the stitch markers according to the lace pattern. So what I did is I did increments of 10, and there were well over 500 stitches towards the very end, and when you were working the lace, so it was really labor intensive. But I did I did put stitch markers every 10 stitches, and then I kind of developed my rhythm based on the pattern, and it worked out really well. And I was starting to learn how to read the lace and not just feel like I was blindly knitting and not knowing what to look for or how to correct mistakes. So I feel really, really good about trying that shawl and trying that pattern. Helen Stewart's patterns are absolutely wonderful. If you have not ever knit with Helen Stewart Curious Handmade, please give them a try. They are so precise, and everything is written out. Every row, how many stitches in each row, how far along you are, as far as how much yarn you need to complete. Like, she gives you percentages. It's so well written, and you can really keep track of what you're doing. And I love doing lace. I really, really enjoy it. So I am going to continue with making lace shawls and making patterns that have a lot of lace in it, because I really, really like it a lot. It was really fun. So I'm trying to be really, really mindful, and I'm sorry if I keep saying a lot. I noticed on my last podcast I said like every third word, and I know that's annoying, isn't it? But so I'll say so or but instead. Anyway, how about that? Anyway, I found another shawl pattern. Actually, there's two that I really, really like, and I will share. One is a Helen Stewart Curious Handmade, and it's the 100 Acre Shawl. And I almost said again. It's the 100 Acre Shawl, and it comes in two sizes. It comes in the small and the large. So I thought I didn't want to buy any more yarn. I really need to start doing some shopping in my own stash of yarn. So what I did, and I've been wanting to use this for a long time, this is by the Fiber Company, and this is 50 Shades of Gradient, and I think this will be perfect with that pattern. So let me show you the shawl. I love the colors that they chose. Let me see. Okay, this is a good picture. So there's the shawl, and I'll read you what she says about this. The 100 Acre Wood is a place of friendship, adventures, and simple pleasures, like a jar full of honey. Designer Helen Stewart of Curious Handmade has infused some of that sweetness into the 100 Acre Wood shawl, with gentle nods to this beloved childhood story of Winnie the Pooh. The love of the sweet stuff is reflected in the subtle bee and honeycomb symbols in the lace. And I love that. I love that. One of the reasons I'm making this is because I am getting, I know I mentioned this in my last podcast, but I'm going to be getting 2 beehives, and they should be coming the end of this month. I ordered my suit. I have everything all ready to rock and roll. So I'm really, really excited. So I'm gonna make, I have this, and I think I put the other one in the other room, and I have one that has green, and I'm gonna do, this will make the smaller version, and then I think the larger version takes it takes over 800 yards. So that 50 Shades of Gradient is from the Fiber Studio, and I think they're in North Carolina, And I was at their studio several years ago, and that's when I got that cake of yarn. So I called them today and I said, is there any way that you have a larger cake in that 50 Shades of Gradient? And so what they are going to do is they are going to, she knew the pattern, she knew Helen Stewart's pattern, and she's going to match up and custom dye the colors that are in this pattern for me in the larger cakes. So I am so excited. So I've got that in the works. And then, so I need to think of, because one of the things that I'm really working on, look how yellow my fingers are from the dandelions. One of the things that I'm working on is when I'm making these shawls and anything that I make, I want to have an outfit that goes with it. So with my Stillness Shawl, and I'll insert a picture, I have a really cute pair of shoes, and I have a really pretty blouse and a brown skirt. I actually have 2 brown skirts. And so I want to try to make something, a pretty dress or a skirt or something, and I'm going to go in my wardrobe too and see if I can find something that will match those colors. But well, these colors as well as this one. So I'm going to just keep on that theme. So that leads me into my next idea, and this is a paid for pattern, so I don't want to show anything I shouldn't. But this is by Gudrun Johnston, and this is the Shetland Trader, but this is called the Hansel. And I think her company name is the Shetland Trader. She's got some gorgeous patterns. I love this. So I got exactly these colors because I love these, and a lovely yarn was making these, and she made them out of the same colors as well. And I can't remember her first name. I'm sorry, I want to say it's Amanda, Amy, I can't remember, I'm so sorry. But anyway, she used these exact colors. So this is Jamieson and Smith, and these are the colors. This is the main color, and then you have all these gorgeous accent colors. I love this. I just love this. So I found, and I knew I had this downstairs because this is actually cut into a dress. So I have this fabric, and I'm gonna make a really cute dress that goes with these colors. I love it. So I'm working on that. So those are some things. The one thing that I love about this pattern is I like how it has this little twisty drape to it. I really like that. And this is the 100 Acre Wood. So I'm gonna take a sip of my tea. I promise I'll try not to slurp. And when I say that, I will. That's just regular Lipton tea. It's good. It's so cold out. Okay, I'm almost done here. It doesn't look like a dandelion. Okay, so anyway, I hope everyone is doing well. I was babbling away and no one was there. I don't even even know where I stopped. Anyway, I did want to show, Mom, there's your Easter card. Hi, Mom. And Mom, if, I said again, if my jelly turns out, I will definitely send you a jar of jelly. Dandelion Jelly. So I think, I don't know if I showed this. I might show this now again if I didn't get it before. Sorry, my nails are so a mess. Okay, this is from the Fiber Studio, and I'm gonna make that. And it's just, it'd be nice, I think, just for the summer. Like if you go, believe it or not, we can actually go to the movies. Really? Or if you go somewhere and you just get a little chilly. So I am gonna make that out of this. This came from Fleece and Harmony, and this is their lace weight. So I'm gonna be doing that. And I've bought so much yarn. I really have bought a ton of yarn. It's crazy. I don't know what's wrong with me. But I'm really enjoying knitting, and this summer I'll be really doing quite a bit of sewing. I'm going to be making myself some dresses and skirts and just trying to play around with different patterns. So, well, I can hear the little tractors out there going to town. He mowed all my dandelions. I had to run outside really quick to get them before he mowed them all down. So I would like to have just dried petals like this, that when I got yellow fever, I mean, I'm just really smitten about yellow. I bought online the other day, I saw a really cute shawl by Kate Davies, and she had it on Ravelry, and it was this gorgeous yellow. And I've never been a yellow fan, and just all of a sudden I just want all this brightness. And I don't think yellow is really my color, but I don't have yellow in my wardrobe. So, like I'm doing with all of my other makes, I'm gonna have really special outfits to wear with my shawls and my scarves and my sweaters and things that I make. I'm gonna make it so that it's very intentional, because so many of us will just make, and I'm big for this, I make a scarf and I scrunch it up around my neck. For some strange reason, my battery died, but I did want to show you my Stillness Shawl, and here it is. I'm blocking it on the bed, and I'm really proud of it. I'm really proud I finished it. I really enjoyed this pattern a lot. Kudos to Helen Stewart. I found this book on the internet, and it's called the Irish Cookbook, and I absolutely love this cookbook. It has so many really, really good recipes in it, and I am just really, really smitten with it. And so what I'm gonna do is, since I'm making the Dandelion Jelly, I thought that I would make some Irish soda bread, and I found a recipe in this book, and I'm going to use this one, and I think it's going to turn out pretty good.
Big tractor mowing. Can't get away from that dog shit. You know that. But I've been circulating instead of just that one tree. I've been going to the next tree, next tree, next tree. You know.
I'm videoing you.
Mighty good. Come on this way. Another thing I'm having to do is go around looking for holes and fill them with dirt. Yep. Girls live around here? Howdy, ma'am. Like my rig? Might take you for a spin. All right. Just saddle on up with me and my gourd. Me and my gourd. We're never bored. That's right, friends. We could get a series of these and hang them across the back, and they could
Put little candles in them.
on the tractor. Pardon me, my gourd's a little flaky. No. You could also put little beans in here and make shakers.
Uh-huh.
In fact,
No, the seeds are all
Dwight.
wobbly.
Well, you want to hear it?
Okay.
Don't hear something big? Wilson! Wilson! The sun's coming out. Well, there you have it, man. Gorgeous. All right, honey, I'm gonna run them on up to the barn. Yeah. Okay, here we go. But seriously, folks, we're having a great day here at John Deere. Meadow Sweet John Deere Fabric Arts Institution of Creativity and Beauty. Got a girl with a bucket full of dandelions. She's awfully pretty.